light and blessings. This is Shamanic Awak Priestess here, and I wanted to make a video about spirit possession. Um, this is something I've been wanting to talk about because it is something that's very important in my spiritual practice. In the path that I follow, I did grow up seeing that even when I was a little girl. I remember when we would have spiritual services, okay, misas espirituales when I was younger. I grew up with my grandmother, great grandmother, my mother, even my grandfather, divination, having consultations. Back then it was face to face in the home. So people would, knock and they would, from the community, it was mostly the community, and they would come to the house and there will be a spiritual reading that's done. Some people in my family would throw the um, Spanish playing cards. Um, Tarot wasn't really something that I grew up seeing, or scrying in water, or things, or just plain channeling and things like that. So they would do that kind of consultation, but we will also do spiritual misas. And those were done. People would wear the all white. You would have spirits that will come through. So you will pass. That's what will possess you. The ancestors, past spirits that wants to give a message. Because basically, after the prayers and the song and very secret um traditions, which I'm not going to go too into because those are secret mysteries, and there are some things that I would like to keep private, and there are some things that I would share, of course. um After certain things were done, spirits will come through and they would have messages for the people or that were in the spiritual services. And these usually are done by the medium or el espiritista, el santero, whatever form of the spirituality that you practice. And of course, there was always someone who will be careful what kind, because it could be deceiving spirits, and it's something that they try to not have. Usually what's encouraged is messages of healing. So a spirit interceding to give a message to divine on somebody's behalf to see if they have spiritual blocks and spiritual causes that are hindering this person from having progress, or if this person is being spiritually attacked, or if this person has witchcraft that's being done against them. So the spirit will be there to intercede, to help, not to hurt, but to help that person. That will usually happen in La Misa. Spirit guides will come through and messages were given. People would see into things that you don't even know them, and they would know things about you that like nobody knows, and things like that. So la misa espiritual was very big growing up. I didn't understand it then. So when people would when the dead would come through and they would be speaking in tongues because the spirit guides are speaking, so they would be speaking in different languages or speaking in tongues. I would be scared of that, because when the spirits would possess people, they would take the attributes of those spirits that were coming through. And I didn't understand it when I was younger, so I would just be like, oh my God, like what's happening? Um, and it wasn't until I strayed from Christianity. I'm not speaking anything bad about it, but it just wasn't a path for me. And I got more into the path that I saw my mother in. I started to see the beauty of that. And it is something that there are, I am a medium, so I do work a lot with my loa and my ancestors, and my spirit guides, and my orishas, and they do come through me. That may happen in a reading, a private reading, consultation, a spiritual misa, when I'm working live, el altar blanco, la mesa blanca. So when I'm working the white altar, that may just come through if it's just me. and there's a certain protocol and things like that. So that's how I mainly work with spirits. I don't use any tools. I communicate with them as I'm communicating with you. That's how it always has been practiced in my family, and that's the way that I've seen people that are like in the path that I follow. We just kind of talk to them and we build a relationship with them, making the appropriate offerings, coming to them with respect and speaking with them. And the more time you give them, and the more like it just becomes an exchange, you know, and that relationship grows and it builds. And, you know, at least in my experience, it's kind of like they'll show me visions, or they'll warn me of danger, or they'll direct me in my life path, spiritual and physical, protect my family, my children, my loved ones, and just help me to the everyday. So, and just, you know, approaching them with a lot of reverence and things like that. But I had a beautiful experience today with a client. I'm not going to say what her name is. And she said I could share this because I asked her before I came on here. And, you know, we were doing a consultation, and a spirit passed through me. And she said those were things that nobody would ever know. I mean, names and things and situations that nobody would have any idea, you know, because I didn't know that, me, myself. And I don't know her personally. So, and it was a very beautiful experience. Like I said, it's a beautiful thing. But it's something that I in time got into. It's kind of like you crawl before you walk, and you walk before you run, you know what I mean? And so, you know, it took time, you know, building up my my mesa blanca, you know, the offerings, interacting and building that respect and building that. It's just like a relationship, a marriage, or a relationship with a friend or a family member. You know, it's kind of a give and take, and in time you build it and it grows. And so yeah, it's not something that I'm afraid of. I have been known to go under in the spirit. I grew up around that. It's not something I do all the time, and you know, and things like that. But you know, that is something that I do practice. I do talk very directly to my deities. They have specific days of the week that certain things are done and certain prayers are said. Um, Feast days are very important. And there's gifts and offerings that are made on those days and things like that. And always a thank you when they do favors and things like that. And they do sometimes want to deliver a message kind of directly through me. And it's a mutual thing, but I don't let a spirit that I don't know just pass through me, because I do have to be careful what's on the other side, that kind of thing. Because when I do my psychic readings, yes, I do use tarot, which is like one deck only, that's about it. But it's more of a channeling kind of reading, if that makes sense. I mean, I know the meanings and stuff, but it's more channeled. And there's times that I may even stop altogether with the cards and just straight up channel the client, or there might not be no tools. So it kind of depends on the situation. But when I read, I do believe, and that's why you will see me with beads and things. There are certain spirits and certain energies that I put on me, because I feel that they come through, if that makes sense. Like they're giving me that information, right? They're helping me build that gift. So, and you know, I do practice, like I said, possession. I do practice, you know, spirits and things like that, in healing, in readings, in rituals and things like that. The ancestors, my loa and my orishas, my deities, are very important to me. They're like family, you know. So I just thought I would share that. Please like and subscribe. And until the next video, if you have any questions, please let me know. I would more than love to answer questions. Please like and subscribe and leave comments. I love when you guys leave me comments. I think this is going to be the last video of the night, and I will see you guys next week. Much love, light, and blessings. Love you guys. Sorry for the terrible nails in the last two videos, but I've been so busy working, and I'm going back to the dentist again. I think he messed up my mouth, and I kind of knew that, but they got to take the stitches out because I had oral surgery, and then there's another procedure I have to undergo tomorrow. So I was like, let me just make the videos now because I'm probably going to be out of commission tomorrow, but back to work on Thursday. So much love, light, and blessings. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Bye.